Okay, hi, good day everyone. Today we are going to do MayJune number 10, which is vectors and matrices. So May 2022. All right, this is number 10 that we're going to do. Let's read the question. The transformation matrix A is equal to 0 minus 1, 1, 0 represents a rotation for 90 degrees anti-clockwise about origin O. The transformation matrix B, 0 minus 1 minus 1, 0 represents a reflection on a straight line with the equation y is equals to negative x. Write the coordinates for image P. That is what P with the asterisk means. So this P with my asterisk is image P, okay? The image of the point P, so P is 7, 11, and this is your object. Right? After it undergoes a rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. Now, first off, what we're going to do is, because we're dealing with matrices, this P has to go as a column matrix. And we know that P as a column matrix would be 7 on top, which is your X value, 11 at the bottom, which is your Y. So this is column matrix P. Right? Now, let me just write image P would be equal to A, which is your transformation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin point multiplied by P. Right? So this will be 0 minus 1, 1, 0 multiplied by P, which is 7, 1. No, 7, 11, sorry. Right, and that would give you image P. Now, first off, A, B, C, D. No, sorry, not A, B, C, D, right? First off, before we even begin, we need to make sure that the order of the matrix. This is a 2 by 2, and this is a 2 rows by 1 column. If we multiply it like this, right? If this is a 2 by 2, and this is a 2 by 1, we see that the numbers closest to each other are actually equal so that they can multiply, right? So this will be equal to 0 multiplied by 7 plus negative 1 multiplied by 11. So it's row by column, right? And then we have 1 multiplied by 11 plus 0 multiplied by, not 11, sorry guys, it's row by column. So it's the second row by a first column, so that's 1 multiplied by 7 plus 0 multiplied by 11, right? And that would be an answer here, right? So 0 by 7 is 0 minus 1 by 11 is minus 11. 1 by 7 is 7 plus anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So this would be 7 here. So image P is minus 11, 7. So if image P is equals to minus 11, 7, then my coordinates, remember X is on top and Y is at the bottom because they ask for coordinates of P, would be minus 11, 7 in the form of coordinates. It's always X first and Y after, right? To make sure that this is correct, remember, if we check at the order of a matrix, we can find out what is the order of the product, which is a 2 rows by 1 column. 2 here and 1, which checks out, right? We have 2 rows by 1 column, and this would be your answer for number 10. Now, they said T is a transformation, is a combined transformation of A followed by B. So, determine the elements of the matrix representing transformation T. So, A followed by B just means, so we have to multiply A by B. So, let me write this note. I'll write it in. Right. Right. When combining transformations, we multiply the matrices. So when combining transformations, we multiply the matrices. All right, let's put this smaller and make this right. And put this red so we can see it. So when combining transformations, we have to just multiply the matrices. They said A first followed by B. So this will be AB is equal to T is the combined transformation. So they're saying A multiplied by B will give you T, right? We see that A was equal to 0, negative 1, 0, not 0, sorry, 0, negative 1, 1, 0. And B is equal to 0 minus 1 minus 1, 0. First off, guys, we check to make sure that they can multiply 2 by 2. It's a 2 by 2 matrix, and B is also a 2 by 2. And we know our product. We check our first row, right? We check the row in our first matrix, which is 2, multiplied by the number of columns in our second matrix, just 2. So we know it will be E11 element 2 1, which is column 2 element row 1. Then this is element 2 1 element 2 2. Right, so now we are going, this is the form in which our answer will be. Now let's multiply it, right? So it's row by column, so it's 0 multiplied by 0 plus negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, right? Row by column. And then this is row by your second column, so it's 0 multiplied by negative 1 plus negative 1 multiplied by 0. That is your, I made a mistake here. This is 1, 2, yeah. Your first row multiplied by column 2. Then we have your second row, which is 1 multiplied by your first column. So 1 by 0 plus 0 multiplied by negative 1. And then we have our second row multiplied by our second column. So we have 1 multiplied by 0, 1 multiplied by negative 1 plus 0 multiplied by 0. Right, and let's add this up to make sure this is our matrix so far. 0 by 0 is 0, minus and a minus is a plus. So this is 1, right? And then we have 0 multiplied by negative 1 and minus 1 multiplied by 0, which is 0. 1 by 0 is 0, 0 by minus 1 is 0, so this is also 0. Then 1 by negative 1 is negative 1 plus 0 by 0 is 0, so this will be negative 1. And this will be T. T is 1, 0, 0, minus 1. Now, there is a table that you need to learn where they give you the matrices for certain transformations. And what we should know in this question is 1, 0, 0, minus 1 is known as your reflection, as the matrices for reflection about your x-axis. So when they say describe this, what you're going to do, when they say describe this, transformation P right, P transformation represents the reflection about the x-axis. Make it a little bit smaller, right, so it could fit. So T transformation represents the reflection about the x-axis. So 1, 0, 0, minus 1 is a reflection about the x-axis. Once you know that, you can answer this question, which is 2 marks. All right. Okay, so this is part B. The 2 by 2 matrix C is defined in terms of a scalar constant k, right? So there's a k in it, by this. Determine the value of k given that matrix C is singular. Now, a node to know is a singular matrix is a matrix whose determinant is EQ equal to 0. Alright, so a singular matrix is a matrix whose determinant is equal to 0. So if we ask for the determinant of put it in red so that it'll know it's an important note. Right? So a singular matrix is a matrix whose determinant is equals to 0. We already know how to find determinant, but we'll do it again. Let's say matrix M is equals to A, B, C, D. Right? The determinant of M, you could put two little lines at the side. Right? The determinant of M is equals to AD minus BC. Right? And we'll label it. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, right? So matrix M, determinant M is equal to 3 multiplied by 4 minus B by C, which is K multiplied by, that is 6. So it looks kind of like a 5, it's 6. K multiplied by 6, right? So M is equal to 3 fours are 12 minus 6K. Right? They told you it's a singular, so I'm saying matrix M. This is not matrix M. This is matrix C. Right? Matrix C would be AD, which is 3 by 4, minus BC, which is K by 6. So this would be, they told you singular, so that means 12 minus 6K is equals to 0. We have to find out what is K, so we're making K the subject. What we're going to do is carry across this minus 6K. The reason why we're doing that is we always want the symbol in front of your letter to be positive. Alright, so 12 is equals to 6K. This can be also written as 6K is equals to 12. Right, then you're going to carry across, multiply by 6, because the relationship between 6 and K is multiplication. So K would be 12 divided by 6. The opposite of multiply is divide. So K is equal to 2. And this would be your answer for this part of the question. Okay, so this question says, in a diagram below, O is origin OX is equals to U, OY is equals to V. OX and OY extended so that X and Y are midpoints of OA and OB, respectively. That just means that if OY is the midpoint of OB, that means that OY and YB are the same. So that means this is V, they're going in the same direction. Same thing for this, X is a midpoint of OA, that means that OX and XA are the same, which is U. Right? Then they said, explain BX in terms of U and V. So we want BX. What is BX? BX would be BO plus OX. Now guys, we see that OY is V. So OB would be 2V. Right? So let us write this. So BX is equals to BO plus, let's put BO plus OX. Alright? Now we know OB, because it's going in this direction, is equals to 2V, but we want it in the opposite direction, which is BO. If BO is going in the opposite direction, or in the inverse of it, it will be 2V, which is OB, multiplied by -1. So BO would be OB multiplied by -1, right? Which is 2v multiplied by -1, which is equals to -2v, right? So BO is -2v. And OX, they already told you, is U. OX is equals to U. So it's minus 2v plus U, and that would be the answer for BX. Okay, so this says, given that YA and BX intersects at M and BM is equals to 2MX, express BM in terms of U and V. So let's read that and use our diagram. They said that given that YA, so let's draw that line YA. We started at Y. Y and ending at A, right? So YA intersects BX. So they want BX, so let us draw line BX. So we're going to draw line B, and it's going to end at X. All right? They intersect at the point M. So this point right here is M. Right? Such that, and then they say BM. So BM is equals to 2MX. So if we know anything about paths, right, this would be one of this. One length of MX will give you two lengths. Yes, two lengths of BM. Right? So let us look at this question. Express BM in terms of U and V. So we already said that BM, the total number of that line, BM, is equal to 2 paths, right? And we know BX, right, that is from B to X, is equals to 3 paths. If we look at it again, let's look at it again. BX, right, is 2 plus 1 is 3 paths. That is how I got 3 paths, okay? So if 3 paths is equal to, now we already found out what is BM, right? BM was the answer from above, that is this here. Minus 2v plus u. So we're gonna say if 3 paths is equal to minus 2v plus u, then 1 path is equals to minus 2v plus u, all divided by 3. And therefore, we want to find out what is 2 paths, because BM is 2 paths. So 2 paths is equals to minus 2v plus u all over 3. This is u here. Multiplied by 2. This could say easily be 2 over 3 multiplied by 2v plus minus 2v plus u, which is 2/3 open bracket minus 2v plus u. And that would be the answer for part 2A, express BM in terms of u and v. Right? So this is the last question before we finish May-June 2022. Using a vector method, show that the ratio ym and ya is 1 to 3. So first off, we need to find out what is ya. Ya, if we use our diagram above, right? Let's just, so you know what. So I've carried the diagram here. They said ya, that's ya, So we know YA would start at Y, so that's Y to O. So this is YO plus OA, right? Now, YO is going opposite direction of V, so YO is minus V plus OA, which is not just U, but 2U, because X and A is an XU. So this is 2U. Right. Then we're going to find for YM. So YM is equal to, let's look at this. We already said that, let me just draw it out, right? It was, M was the intersection between YA and BX. Right, so M was in the center here. So they want YM, right? YM would be YB plus BM. This is YB. Let's put this a little bit bigger, right? YB plus BM. Right now, YB, we already know what is YB. YB is V here, right? And they're already going in the same direction, so this is V plus BM. So BM was what we found above to be, open bracket, 2/3 plus 2/3 open bracket minus 2V plus U. Right, let's work out those brackets. That's V plus minus 2/3V plus U. Right, so this is V minus 2/3V plus U, right? Sorry, I didn't open the brackets. Right, so 2/3, so 2/3 by 2V would give you minus 4, let's do this back, minus 4/3V, and 2/3 by U would give you plus 2/3U. Right, so it's minus V minus 4/3V plus 2/3U. Right, now 4/3 is actually 1 1/3, so V minus 1 1/3 V would give you 1/3, not just 1/3, but minus 1/3 V plus 2/3V. Right, so we know YA is V minus 2U and YM is minus 1/3 V plus 2/3 U. So what you're going to do is first you're going to compare the V's and compare the U's. So we're going to compare your V. So you're going to say this V. So we're going to take the smaller version. Always take the smaller number first. So it's 1/3. So it's 1/3 V multiplied by something will give you V, right? So that would be 1/3 V multiplied by 3. So we know that the box has 3 when we compare V's. Now we're going to compare U's. So a smaller version, which is 2/3U multiplied by something will give you 2U. Right, and that is also 3. Yeah, so we know that 3 of this YM, 3 YMs will give you 1 YE, and as a ratio, That's 1 to a third ratio. And that is how you would show that this is also this. And that would be the end of MayJune 2022.